Cleopatra was in hiding, forced out of Egypt by her own brother's advisors. She was waiting outside her kingdom for a way back. Then they made one mistake. They murdered a Roman general to impress Julius Caesar. Earlier, Cleopatra, with her younger brother, Ptolemy XIII, were supposed to rule Egypt together. That had been their father's plan. But Ptolemy was still a boy. The real power belonged to the advisors around him. And they had pushed Cleopatra out of Egypt. She fled east, gathered supporters, and waited for a way back. Then, Rome's civil war reached Egypt. Pompey the Great had once been one of the most powerful men in the Roman world. He had commanded armies across 3 continents. Years earlier, he had even helped Cleopatra's father regain the Egyptian throne. But Pompey had just lost the civil war to Julius Caesar, so he crossed the Mediterranean and fled to Egypt. He expected protection. Instead, Ptolemy's advisors saw an opportunity. Caesar was on his way. Pompey was Caesar's enemy. They thought that if they killed Pompey first, Caesar would see them as allies. So when Pompey came ashore, they murdered him. A few days later, Caesar arrived in Alexandria. Ptolemy's advisors thought they had given him a gift. They presented him with Pompey's head, but Caesar turned away. Pompey had been his enemy, but he was still one of Rome's greatest men. Ancient historians say Caesar accepted Pompey's ring and wept. The murder did not decide Egypt's future by itself. Caesar had already come with his own reasons to involve himself. But now he had even less reason to trust the men running Ptolemy's court. Cleopatra saw the opening. She could not simply return to Alexandria. Her brother's forces controlled the city, so she entered in secret and was brought directly to Caesar's quarters. The ancient sources disagree on exactly how she was hidden. Some say she was carried in bedding, others say she was brought in a sack. But the important part is clear. Cleopatra reached Caesar before Ptolemy's advisors could convince him that she was the threat. Caesar called Cleopatra and Ptolemy before him. He ordered them to rule Egypt together as their father's will required. But Ptolemy's advisors knew this was not a real compromise. Cleopatra was back inside the palace, and Caesar was now involved in their fight for Egypt. Alexandria erupted. Ptolemy's supporters turned against Caesar. Caesar and Cleopatra were trapped inside the royal palace with only a small Roman force. For months, fighting spread through the city. Then help arrived from the east. A relief army under Mithridates of Pergamum marched toward Egypt. With it were 3,000 Jewish troops led by Antipater, sent with the backing of Hyrcanus II in Judea. Together, they helped Caesar break the siege. Ptolemy's army was defeated, and while fleeing after the final battle, Ptolemy XIII drowned in the Nile. Cleopatra was back on the throne. Caesar's military support made that possible, but Pompey's murder was supposed to secure Ptolemy's throne. Instead, it gave Cleopatra the opening she needed to take it back. Like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments.